And welcome back to the channel. We got a real exciting side project in the garage right now. So let's go over some of the stuff I'm gonna do to it. All right, so the owner of this car, his name is Mark. Mark is one of the nicest guys that you'll ever meet. Unfortunately, he has been taken advantage of quite badly in a lot of areas. Now, some of the areas we will not be doing will be the engine bay. I'll go over some of the issues that I just pointed out to him as the car got dropped off to me. Now, Mark has been trying to get this car to me for about a year now, but I just been so busy with other stuff, and we just happen to have a window that worked out. So I'm going to do just a few of the things that he wanted done for the time being, and then maybe at a later point we'll come in and actually I'll do the engine bay, because like I said, I'll go over some of the areas on the engine bay that just are nasty, unfortunately. But yeah, this color that he has on this car is a Lamborghini color. I think it looks so sick. Yeah, look at how sick that color is. That is really awesome. But yeah, so what happened was a local shop to him actually did the engine bay, different than the actual body. And you can see they stopped using clear coat right here. So they left the engine bay non-cleared, and he wanted it cleared. So he got screwed over there. They did a lot of this work here. You can see like they're just not cleaning stuff up. The seam sealer just spread on nasty. There's no like care to a lot of it. You can see here, it looks like they installed an upper radiator support. That still is all nasty. They don't clean any of that stuff up before they painted it. Like over here, I noticed right away that there was a little crease in the panel itself. Ooh, look at, see those KW variant 3s right there? Ooh, those are nice. So there's a crease in the panel, and they didn't even pound that out. So they just filled it with body filler. So that's just filled with body filler. That's unfortunate. Again, just all the steam sealer work is just nasty. Like, they didn't clean any of that up. Like, that's just a bead. It's not even smoothed down. So eventually at some point, I think Mark will try to give me the car again when I have time, and I'll redo the engine bay, make the engine bay pristine for him, because he's really spent a lot of money on this car. I really feel bad for him. Yeah, it is quite the car. It's actually a lot of clean, nice parts. You can see we got some of the nice wiring and stuff starting over here. Yeah, so when they painted the engine bay, they used liquid mask because they didn't want any of the overspray to happen on the body. But then they left the liquid mask on for like 6, 7, 8 months. And so there's like these marks everywhere through the paint. Unfortunately, you can see like even on the window trim. So I started playing around with a concoction just to see if we could get some of that nastiness off. I think I started finding something that's working. So this whole section right here was this, and obviously now it looks a lot better now that a lot of that's gone. So I'll keep playing around with that. That'll be one thing that we do. Yeah, you can literally see, like, look at the back of the wing. Look at that, your nice paint job, your beautiful paint job, and someone just ruins it just like that. That's such a shame. That's so aggravating and breaks my heart. But one of the things that he mainly wants right now is the underside, undercoated with a fresh new layer of undercoat. So I will get it on the rotisserie, and we'll get this thing up in the air and drop the subframes. Maybe take the brake lines off. I don't know. We'll see. We might be able to leave them on. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. Let's check the interior a second. So he even went through the interior, and he himself had laid all of the sound deadening and dynomat through the whole interior. Oh my gosh, look at how clean that dash is. That is so nice. You even got the Supra logo on the passenger airbag. That's a rare one. If you know, you know. Yeah, even all the way in the back and everything's all dynomated. So, ooh, it smells like a new car in here. I'm not joking. It literally smells like a brand new car. It smells so good. Mark, you're doing an amazing job, buddy. Keep it up. Listen to the door close. Ooh, it's not that like ting sound like you get when you don't have that. Oh my gosh, you guys gotta listen. Can you hear that? That is amazing. I love that dynomat stuff. Wow, that sounds really good. I'm really excited for him to drive this car again, just so he can hear what it's like on the inside. Okay, let's go ahead and I'll get this on the rotisserie, and I will update you guys after it is on the rotisserie. So here we go. And just like that, we now have it on the rotisserie. I got the big stressful part done, getting the subframes off of the car and on the rotisserie. That to me is always stressful, especially because this car is technically finished. But yeah, we can definitely see that there's tons of the marks everywhere in the paint. I will definitely try to do my best to get to buffing those, but first we got to start masking stuff off underneath the car and then getting stuff that is like new, like this is a brand new vent right here, getting that off and then masking stuff off, and then we can clean underneath and then spray some of that undercoat. So yeah, that'll be fun. Got everything over here all organized and looking good. So just moving forward. So to actually clean the underside, I'm using a very strong wash solution. And then after that, I'll go ahead and dry that off. And once it's dried off, I moved over to actually using a Scotch-Brite pad to really scuff things up and clean it one extra step. All right, so the underside of the car is now washed off. Looking pretty good. It's still a little wet, so I think I'm going to actually let it sit for a day, let it dry off, and then I'll begin masking things off. And we can start spraying some undercoating. Really exciting. And an update on the paint. I did a test spot on the wing just because if there was like any issues where I had to like paint the wing, that would be probably the easiest to take off and paint. But anyway, I did a test spot back here with the buffer. So I buffed out a section. I did 3 passes, different compounds, and seeing what would be the best results from the etching. So right here, obviously I did not do, showing this on camera is probably not the best. And down here, you can see it's definitely coming out. There's maybe like 5% or so, maybe, I don't know, 5-10% of the etching still left. So I'll have to see what the owner wants. It's definitely way better buffed out now than up here where it's all nasty. And again, it just keeps going the whole car. So hopefully I can keep going on this and I'll keep you guys updated. Okay, I just wanted to say for the best possible results, wet sanding probably would be the best option for that. I don't have time to do that right now. And I did not actually spray the car. It's already been wet sanded after someone repainted it. So I don't know how much clear coat is on there. So I'm trying to be a little careful and not burn through that clear coat because I definitely don't want to have to repair anything that can be avoided. Cool. All right, so here we are under the car. This is one of the pinch welds. Was a little screwed up. So I did a few areas like this. I just recorded this one to show that some of the other stuff was taken care of too. And there was some surface area and some spots underneath the car, so I just cleaned those up also. Once the rust is gone, I'm simply just following up with etching primer. All right, so everything is masked off, looking good. Time to start spraying some undercoat. Here we go. Now, maybe I'm weird, but there is something satisfying about watching the fast-paced transformation of the underside transform into one solid color. All right, so it is the next day. I got a flashlight. I just like to go over, make sure everything is covered really good, just because it gets really hard to see because it's all black, and so it gets really dark under here. So yeah, just making sure everything's covered good. It looks like we're pretty good. So I will start unmasking it, and yeah, we'll be good to go and we can start buffing. Cool. Okay, so before I get the subframe back in, we got a few new bushings to put on for the rear subframe, and then he has these end links he wants me to throw on. So we'll get those on too, and we'll be all set to throw this bad boy back on. All right, got the new bushings in and end links, so we'll go ahead and throw the subframe back in the car. Cool. All right, so the car is now back on its wheels. I got all the parts and pieces that were taken off back on, including the rear bumper. So I'm gonna go ahead and start buffing all of this nasty stuff out. Hopefully you can catch some of that in the light. It's all through the car. So hopefully I can get most of it out. I don't want to go super crazy because again, I didn't paint this. I don't have a paint depth gauge, so I can't be measuring the paint, but we'll definitely do the best we can and see how this works and comes out. All right, that'll do it for buffing at this stage. I'm definitely happy with how it all came out. It's looking really good compared to what it was, especially when it arrived. Again, there's going to be a few little spots that I think like right over here was a little bit of a spot. Yeah, you can kind of see that etching in the paint. But other than that, there's just a few spots, and compared to what it was, you know, without going through with the clear coat, I think we achieved some really good results. I hope the owner's going to be happy. Hopefully at some point we can also have him come back when I have more time and I can do the engine bay for him, because this is just very unfortunate to see happen to such a nice car. Someone just did not want to treat the engine bay nicely at all again. So yeah, hopefully at some point we can do that. Undercoat looks really good. I think the owner's really happy with that. And yeah, I'm excited to see when he picks it up and what he thinks. That'll do it for this video. I thought I'd show you guys some of the side projects that go around here. Appreciate you staying till the end. Hit me with that like button, comment down what you think, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.